let the YouTubers come on board. Let's let the YouTubers come on board. Let's give them just a minute or two here. Just about another minute or two. Okay, hang on one second. Great to see everybody out there. YouTubers are coming on. Pastors should just take a break. Yeah, he really should. But we do have some serious information here. It was great today to see 18 people saved in today's live broadcast. And I'll broadcast tomorrow, regular show, 12 noon Eastern. Probably only going to do one show a day right now while I'm taking a little bit of a break. We are babysitting, and we just got done watching a show with the little one, and she's talking big time. So everybody joining us right now at YouTube. There you go, Vicky. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Let me just check in real quick here with all the information we have. We have breaking news. I want to get to it. 2 breaking news stories. One, we have a 7th dead Russian ambassador. He's been found dead in his home in the Sudan. The Russian ambassador to the Sudan has been found dead, and now that 7 Russian ambassadors have died since the election of Donald Trump. The first one dying in December while Obama was still president before Trump got sworn in. A second one died in January before Trump got sworn in. Obama was still president, and 5 have died since Trump has went in office. 7 Russian diplomats dead. We're going to talk about that in just a moment, but first I got to get to this situation right now. Another pressing situation has to do with Russia. So give me 1 second and I'll get it. Here it is. Where'd that go? Oh, here. Is this it? Okay. Russia warning. A senior Russian diplomat is warning against expanding sanctions against North Korea, saying that it's necessary to focus on the political settlement. Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov said that the scope of sanctions already endorsed by the United Nations Security Council is such that any possibilities of expanding such measures have been exhausted. In remarks to the Japanese and Chinese media released by the ministry today, he bemoaned Washington's absolute boundless emphasis on developing new sanctions against North Korea. Ryabkov said that the United Nations Security Council must now focus on political settlements. China and Russia have suspended the annual military exercises with South Korea, and North Korea halting its missile and nuclear tests as a first step toward direct talks. So Russia's saying, hey, look, guys, that's enough. We agreed to the first set of sanctions, but we can't be doing any more. But speaking to a crowd of supporters last night in Phoenix, President Donald Trump vowed to make good on one of his signature promises of his campaign, the wall along the Mexican border. He even went as far as to threaten a government shutdown over this very issue. Quote, now the obstructionist Democrats would like us not to do it, but believe me, we have to close down our government. If we have to close down the government, we're going to build that wall. While some Republicans back the idea of funding and building a wall on the southern U.S. border, there's a far from universal support. Who cares? Who cares if you have support? You have the majority of the House and the Senate. That's if all the Republicans are truly on the side of the president. We got the deep state. The Illuminati that's sitting in the establishment Republicans have stopped the Trump administration from passing anything. Trump has to do everything by executive order, and then he has to fight a corrupt judicial system to carry it out. I mean, this is unbelievable, folks. This is unbelievable. But anyway, the Russians are telling the United States, don't you dare put more sanctions on North Korea. This is now, we have another breaking story. A seventh Russian ambassador has died. This one, the Russian ambassador to the Sudan, has been found dead at his residence in Sudan. According to reports, the ambassador of the Russian Federation to the Republic of Sudan, Mr. Sherinsky, seventh dead Russian diplomat since December. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Stephen Ben-Noon is actually breaking this story along with, of course, Sputnik News. You probably haven't even heard it yet on any of the mainstream, lamestream, fake news media, but this is what's been going on there, and very disturbing. I have to say, very, very disturbing. I want to welcome all of you that are here with us tonight. Looks like we've got a very low output, so I'm hoping you guys can see me. You love the hat. Thank you. My granddaughter loves the hat also, so I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it. I had it last time I was here, when I was in California last February, and I left it. And my son kept it for me, put it right up there and left it on top of his bookcase. And when I come over, there it was. Are you serious? Thank you, Jose. You guys having no sound. There's a lot of buffering issues. Real bad. The buffering really, really bad. I'm so sorry. All right, so let me, there's no sound now, they're saying, because such a low connection. I'm sorry. I'm not at the hotel. I have a lot better internet connection at the hotel, but we're babysitting tonight. So hang in there, guys. It is being recorded. When you watch the archives, it should be much better, okay, when you go to watch the archives. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No sound, no sound. I'm hoping it gets better here in just a moment. I'm hoping it gets better. I'll try to close a couple. Try to close a couple more. Let me close a couple more of these windows and see if we can get it back, okay? Just hang in there with me. We'll see if we can get it back here. Really sorry about that. So, did I close the... That's really good. Close one of them I didn't want to close. Anyway, hang on one second. I got one more breaking news story. This one coming out of the Middle East. I want to get it to you, if I can. If I can. Let me go back here and see if I'm still with you guys. 1 second. You guys are hanging with me at new live stream. Just give me one moment here, okay? I'm going to try to see if I got the sound back on at YouTube Live. See if we got the sound back on at YouTube Live. Let's see. We'll find out in just a second. Hopefully it is. Sound is back. Okay, good. Good, thank you. I know it's real low, so let me try to finish here real quick here. And one more breaking story, and this has to do with the Palestinians. You know, Jared Kushner is in the Middle East. Well, the Palestinians have just given Donald Trump an ultimatum. The Palestinians are telling President Trump, you got 45 days to change your mind and support a two-state solution. So Palestinians are saying, here's the preconditions to even negotiate. President Trump, you are given 45 days to change your position and support a two-state solution. The Palestinians will present President Donald Trump's negotiating team with this ultimatum at their upcoming meeting this week with the Palestinian Authority's chairman, Mahmoud Abbas. Jared Kushner, the Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor, will arrive in the region accompanied by special envoy for the international negotiations, Jason Greenblatt, Diana Powell, Deputy National Security Advisor. The team, hoping to revive the Israeli-Palestinian peace process, will meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem in Ramallah, which is in the West Bank, before heading to Saudi Arabia and then to the United Arab Emirates. Then they're going to Qatar, then to Jordan, and then to Egypt. So what Jared Kushner is trying to do is create a Middle East peace process, not just Israel and the Palestinians. The Palestinians, though, are issuing a 45-day launching window in which their ultimatum is that President Trump has to agree to a two-state solution to even that, because Trump say no, one state, Israel's the state. How can we make your lives better for the Palestinians to live within an Israeli state? And so he's pushing forward with that. The Palestinians are saying, we're not even going to talk. If this isn't about a two-state solution, there's no need in having a discussion. So, but Mr. Abbas is 82 years old, and he is running out of time. And he says, we don't have time to waste. We can't have a bunch of games. Trump has said he would accept any solution, including a two-state solution. He said, Trump says, I'm looking at a two-state solution or a one-state solution. I'd like it to be a one-state, but I'll agree to whatever both parties can agree to in a joint press conference with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu back in February in Washington. He said, if we don't hear within a month and a half that the American team has stopped talking and started doing, Abbas intends to mobilize anyone and everyone he can to go to the United Nations General Assembly and on the establishment of a Palestinian state, regardless of the Israeli-American reactions. So, United Arab position, Palestinian Authority foreign ministers are saying that there will be no peace without the establishment of a Palestinian state going back to the 1967 borders. So we're miles apart here. But Trump is saying, I'll do a two-state solution or a one-state solution. I'd rather be a one-state, but I'd do a two-state if all sides can agree. So this is getting uglier by the minute. And what can I tell you? It's getting uglier by the minute. All right. So Russia warning the United States, do not put sanctions on North Korea. Russia has a seventh ambassador found dead. This one, Mr. Sherinsky, ambassador from Russia to the Sudan. And the Palestinian Authority, President Mahmoud Abbas, is telling President Trump, you got 45 days to get your heart right. This has got to be a two-state solution. If it's not, we're not even going to the table. We're going straight to the United Nations, and we're calling on the United Nations to force Israel into a two-state solution going back to the pre-1967 borders. So when they say peace and safety, folks, we may just have sudden destruction. I'm I'm Paul Begley. I'm not Indiana Jones, but I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm sorry, but we have just terrible, terrible connection. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Same time tomorrow. I'll be back at the hotel with a really good internet connection. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern. God bless all of you. Watch the archive because the sound should work. The archive should sound really good. I'm just sorry that the production side of this just could not do it, okay? Are you serious? Are you guys serious? This is really, really something. Breaking news everywhere.